28 past the hour. More now on the major story. Politico broke last night, according to a leaked draft opinion published last night by Politico. A majority of the Supreme Court is prepared to overturn the right to abortion. The draft opinion was reportedly authored by Justice Samuel Alito and circulated in February. The leak of the 98-page document is unprecedented in the court's modern history. Joining us now is the reporter who broke this major story, senior legal affairs reporter at Politico, Josh Gerstein. Also with us, former U.S. attorney and an MSNBC contributor, Barbara McQuade, with more on what it means. But Josh, we'll start with you. Obviously, this has never happened before. I can't ask you how you did this, but tell us more about what is in this opinion and the timeline. We're looking ahead at June and July for movement here.
Right, Mika. So we're probably about 2 months away from a decision. Typically, the Supreme Court's most important and most controversial opinions come out by the end of June. Occasionally, they drag over a little bit into July. And so these next few weeks are really where the rubber meets the road on this decision. Our understanding is, obviously, publicly, this case was argued. It comes out of Mississippi on their 15-week abortion ban. But the underlying issue is much, much broader than that. It's the entire federal constitutional right to abortion. It was argued back on December 1st, and this opinion emerged as the first draft majority opinion of the court on February 10th, according to a note that's right on the front of the opinion. There's other indications that Alito's clerks were at work drafting this in January. And so it's been kicking around up there at the court as the sort of main opinion on this particular abortion case now for about 2.5 months. It's unclear whether we've seen any dissents at this point or any revisions to this opinion, which we would expect. But based on our reporting from a source familiar with the proceedings at the court, information that both myself and my co-author Alex Ward obtained, it does appear it has the backing of 5 conservative justices. That is all 5 Republican appointees on the court, except for Chief Justice John Roberts, who has some reservations, it would appear, about the wording, which if you go through it, Mika, it's not terribly surprising. The tone of the opinion is very brash and probably not consistent with the way John Roberts typically approaches cases.
And there is some reporting this morning from CNN that Chief Justice Roberts will dissent in this. Josh, quick process question for you. Given the gravity of this news and of this statement, this opinion that was written, are you certain that it's real? Because, there's been some speculation about it, that because this is such a big deal, everyone wants to make sure that it is, in fact, what it is. And because a leak like this is so rare, perhaps unprecedented, we just haven't seen anything like it.
Well, I mean, you can imagine that we took that into consideration, and we took a lot of steps. I'm not going to go into them all to try to verify the authenticity of this document. We became convinced after taking those various steps and doing additional research about the procedures at the court, talking to former clerks and other legal experts familiar with the court, that the format, the timing, and I have to say, as much as anything, if you go through the opinion, the rather elaborate way in which it seeks to bring all of the justices, all the conservative justices of the court, with the exception of Chief Justice Roberts, on board, it had a clear air of truth. And I have to say, most of the experts that I've seen commenting since we released it last night are saying that they believe that it is, in fact, an authentic draft opinion. Now, that doesn't mean that over the next 2 months, as the justices deliberate, that they couldn't change some of it. We found a few typos, just to bring up a trivial matter, that are definitely going to have to be weeded out. But it could change substantially. And we have seen justices in history, including on Roe v. Wade, waver on these sorts of issues and sometimes take a more moderate opinion as they come to the final days of decision.